Players, please not touch the microphone. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So pretty dominant performance. How good did you feel out there, and how good did your game feel?
Yeah, I thought I played a good, solid match, obviously, from the beginning, so I was happy with that. I felt like I executed my game plan well, and that's all you can really do, and I was just happy to get a good win today.
Where would you put your comfort level on grass compared to the other surfaces?
Well, obviously, grass hasn't been my best surface, so just come and try to give myself the best opportunity to win some matches and kind of get going and get some confidence on it is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Like I said, it hasn't been my best surface, so trying to get out in Eastbourne and get a match in and then come here a little bit more prepared than I was last year is steps in the right direction.
You obviously have your soccer connection now. I'm curious how much Women's World Cup you follow.
I've been watching it. I mean, obviously, it's not like I'm so busy here that I have a lot of other things to do. So I've definitely been keeping up, and obviously with the World Cup and then the Gold Cup. So I'm between my two soccers. I'm fully booked. Yeah.
Are you enjoying two soccers?
Yeah. No, it's a lot. And it's a lot of time. It's very time consuming. But like I said, my days aren't that full. So yeah, it hasn't been too bad. It's very interesting.
Ring?
I think you'll be up against your coach in the final, no?
Yeah, U.S. is playing the Netherlands. Yeah, so that'll be good. Obviously, U.S. is going to win, but I haven't told him. No, I just haven't told him that yet. He's very sensitive about those things, so we'll just wait till the end.
Go on, ring one more, yeah?
Yeah, so a couple of days ago, Naomi was in the other room and looked really upset after her loss and kind of talked about how it's been a bit of a struggle dealing with everything. I'm wondering for you, when you had your breakthrough, how did it feel after, and how did you get out of whatever you were feeling after?
I think there's obviously a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations, and you put pressure on yourself because you want to do well and you want to, you want to live up to whatever it is that everyone's writing about and talking about. And I think that takes a lot of energy. And I think sometimes people forget that tennis is the number one priority. And for you to have the results you want and to keep that level, you have to continue to keep your tennis first. And I think sometimes that becomes secondary when you have a lot of other things going on. At least that how it was for me, and I just was tired, and sometimes you get overworked and overwhelmed, and it can happen. But I think just kind of finding that right balance and kind of just reprioritizing everything, it helped with me. And obviously with her, she will find whatever it is the correct balance is for her. But obviously her results and what she's done in the last year or so have been incredible, and I think that's really, really awesome. But I think she needs to probably take care of herself a little bit better so she can be she can feel better.
One there, the back first.
So speaking of kind of putting a lot of pressure on yourself to succeed, obviously Corey Goff has been a phenomenon back home. Would you have any words of advice for her, or have you followed her kind of mania lately?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it happens every once in a while. We get someone who has an amazing result, and it's very impressive. And I think she's a kid, and she needs to be a kid. Like I said, it's very overwhelming at times. A lot of things happen, and tennis becomes secondary. I think she's having, obviously, the time of her life, playing at Wimbledon and Court 1 and beating Venus and all of these things, which is incredible. But I think she's also 15. She's also human, and she's a kid. So she falls under that age eligibility rule, and that's a little bit tough. So there's a lot of factors that go into that. But I think as long as she stays happy and she, is able to continue to play well, I think she'll be fine.
Ben?
You're a player who you have this very fluid, sort of effortless-looking game sometimes, and sometimes that's led people criticizing you to say that it doesn't always look like you're trying. And I'm curious what you've made of those criticisms over time, just in general, and if you've ever done anything to try to make it look more like you're trying, or if it's just how you are.
No. I'm definitely trying because Anyways, there's a lot that goes into that whole conversation, but I think that it used to matter a lot what people wrote and what people said and what people talked about. And I think now I'm so old. I'm 26. I'm kind of like, okay, it doesn't matter. I have to come here after every match, and I have to talk to you guys, and you guys have to write something about it, and you have to tweet about it, and all of that stuff, which is fantastic. But at the end of the day, it's like, you're not out there. Like, I'm the one playing. Like, I'm the one who has to live with whatever the result is, good or bad. And I think there's a little bit too much emphasis on what people say and what people write and all of that. So I think kind of putting that to the side and just realizing, like, I'm really big about accountability, and like holding yourself accountable for whatever it is that happened out there is really the only way, like, you can judge yourself or whatever based on holding yourself accountable.
What do you think it was about your style that made you get this knock?
I think I'm just very, like, relaxed in general, and I don't get, like, too excited or too down. I'm just very, like, neutral, and when I play, I'm very, like, neutral. When I practice, I'm very neutral. In life, I'm just neutral, and I think there was not one day when I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna be whatever. That's just how I am, and sorry I can't change it.
I asked these questions today because I don't know if you heard Bernard Tomic got a fine for 100% of his prize money in the first round.
Unfortunate.
He played Tsonga and lost 2-1 and 4.
Okay.
And then they announced today they took away 100% of his prize money because they thought he didn't give a full enough effort. And he's somebody else who also plays that same sort of like maybe more than you.
Okay, I was gonna say you compared me to him.
More than you.
That's really messed up, bro.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, that maybe says how you feel then. So I'm just curious, like, but as someone who also plays a game that you can make it look easy.
Yeah.
How do you if it's fair for the tournaments to then judge effort from just how it looks or what? Because he didn't get any money here.
I could see if he lost 0-0, then that would be, something. But if he won 4 games, like in these 7 games, well, at least he played a 6-4 set. It's not like, I don't know. I didn't see it. I have no idea. But I mean, obviously that happened at French Open as well, and that was with Tadashvili. And I think now if the tournaments are going to be their own judge and say, like, and they're going to do that, I can't say that I'm 100% on board with that.
It's a slippery slope.
I really do. Like, I really, really do. Because that's just not... Like, Tadashvili, like, I saw some of it. She lost 0-0, but she played Sakari. Like, she's not playing a scrub. Like, and...
31 points in that match.
Like... I mean, but still, like, it's not like she won 6. Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah. Like, I'm saying, like, that for losing 0-0, that's 0-1. Like, I mean, I just don't know that I can be down with that. I think that's a bit, and the whole backstory about her protected ranking and all that stuff as well, like being forced to play basically, or you lose it. And, like, there's a lot of that goes into it, and I think, like as you said, it's a very slippery slope. And I think when you start doing that and being the judge of what happens and how people earn a living, that's when it gets a little tricky.
Last question there. That's right. Sorry.
You might play Jo Konta in the next round. So is there anything particular about her game that you've struggled with in the past, and what do you feel you'll need to do well to have a good chance against her?
Yeah, well, it's been a rough year with Jo Konta, but like I said, I got to get her this time, that if I play her, obviously, but she's a great player, so I'm just going to have to go out and try a new game plan, a new style, try some different stuff, and just compete.
Great. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
TVs or not? TV?
I'm curious, do you guys talk about, like, complain about that kind of thing?
Yeah, but I mean...